About last Christmas, I've been dabbling through different kind of like compact cameras, especially those old digital cameras, like the one with CCD sensors. I gotta say, they're really fun to play with. Like, they're just so small and easy to use. It's a little bit on the slow side, but the color from the CCD sensor just looks super nostalgic. The one I usually carry around with me is the Celux 2. And on the camera it says Leica, but it's pretty much Panasonic. It's the same exact thing. However, there is a bit of an age to it. It doesn't respond like that well. It's not as fast. And sometimes it doesn't take the photo whenever I want it to. So to be honest, it starts to get kind of annoying, and eventually I just kind of like stop carrying it because it's not reliable, and I just can't trust it to get the shot. And in between, I tried using the R5 with the Nifty 50, which is very compact as well. The grip is fantastic. However, it's still not like pocketable, especially I'm not exactly a strap kind of guy. I used it like a long time ago, and it's just not my thing. Like, it's in the way all the time, so I'd rather have the camera inside my pocket, something that's small and compact. I can probably just use this one light. Huh. And the footprint is freaking small. I got these lights for, obviously this one's for decoration, and it'll work for some photo shoot as well. It's portable, very small, and it's got a magnet at the back as well. And the other one is for just on my desk whenever I need like a Zoom meeting or things like that. I had no idea the output is actually this strong. Like, I'm not using my key light. I'm just using this little tiny light right now. So naturally, I came back to the Ricoh. It's super compact, small, and I can fit this inside my pocket. It's also an APS-C camera. The speed and image quality that comes out of this little guy, it's still very sharp and nice, even though it's been out for about, what, 4 years now? And yes, I'm talking about the GR3, not the 3X. I did thought about using the 3X for everyday use, which is 40mm. But at the end of the day, the 28mm is just wide enough for most of the situations that I encounter every day, which inherently makes this more versatile. And I guess in a way, this just makes more sense for me to carry around with me all the time. And that is especially true for travel photos as well. With the 28mm, if the subject is too far, I can simply get close to it. And if it's too close, I can have more room to back up because there's just more space for me to wiggle around with. And especially if I'm hanging out with my friends, the 28mm will be able to capture them like sitting across from me instead of the 40, which I have to like kind of back up again to get them in a shot. And of course, that's if I have friends. It's been a really long time since I posted a video or made any video on this channel. Is it weird to wipe drinks like that? Am I the only one who does this? I don't know, I just feel like this might be dirty all the time, so that's why I wipe it. Do you wipe your drinks? There's like spider webs everywhere. I'm gonna get out of here. And one of the most popular saying is that gear doesn't matter. The one that you take photos with is, just a tool, which is completely true, and I totally agree with that. But I feel like sometimes changing gear, switching to like different type of cameras or focal length makes me think more, and actually makes me more curious, like naturally. The sunset makes this building so much more alive. I didn't really like my frame in this one, so I kept going, trying to look for a better frame. Still looking for that combination of sunset and the building. This one's not the best, but it'll do for now. I'm definitely coming back again to photograph this building. The building itself is very interesting and not bad looking in my opinion. I actually really like how this roof photo turned out with the 28mm. Now the sun is on the other direction and it just shines through everything it hits. By the way, don't ever be afraid of shooting in harsh sunlight. Utilize it instead. It's actually quite fun and I'm sure you'll get some amazing photos. Over here I was trying to slow down my shutter speed and up the aperture to see if I can get a smooth handheld water fountain shot. I ended up shooting at 1/6 of a second with ISO 100 and f/16, which is the maximum aperture on the Ricoh. This is a very iconic structure inside Rice University and it's being photographed a ton. However, it's actually my first time photographing this spot. Sometimes a one-point perspective of a subject from far away gives a lot more context and shows off the environment of the surroundings, which tells a lot more, and I guess in a way it speaks louder than the trendy telephoto shots on the internet that compresses everything where you don't see the environment at all. And then over here, I'm just trying to look for a different perspective to play around with the frames and kind of just focus on the lines here. Then I got on top of the structure because why wouldn't you? And I found this very interesting angle, but a dad and his kid came up as well, so I was just waiting for them to be out of the frame. I waited for a bit and then decided to move around so they would move too. This actually works quite well in street photography. People usually tend to stay in a distance from another person. It doesn't really matter how far in between. There's an unspoken social bubble for everyone, and in this case, it worked quite well in this situation.